Hello and welcome back to Tommy Media's The Locker Room. I'm Karl Warner. The St. Thomas swimming and diving team finished its season last weekend at the Summit League Championships, where both the men's and women's teams earned 6th place. During the championships, Grace Urkiel broke 4 program records along with Joe Rudd, who broke 2 program records of his own, in addition to earning all Summit League honors. Joining us today is Coach Scott Blanchard and swimmers junior Grace Urkiel and sophomore Joe Rudd. Thank you all for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
So, Coach, just beginning with you, how does it feel watching your athletes improve over the season to the point of where they're breaking their own records at the conference championships?
You know, it's a lot of fun watching these guys both perform. They put a lot of time and work in during practices, thinking about the details, and to see it pay off at the end just really makes me very proud.
Yeah, I can't imagine how proud that makes the entire coaching staff. Grace, when it comes to it, when you and Joe broke records that you had only set back in December, so what does that short-term growth mean to you guys?
Well, I was really happy with when I was able to break, especially the 200 breast record, because I broke that my freshman year, and the next year I wasn't able to reach it. So it kind of just made me think about, well, what do I need to improve on? And sometimes it's hard trying to work on both a 100 breaststroke and a 200 breaststroke because they kind of are a little bit different when it comes to the event. But I was really happy when I saw that I was able to reach my goal times.
So you're a junior now. Are you looking forward to anything specific next year for your final season here?
I'm really excited to see how the team is going to grow even more this next year. I'm also really excited to be a senior, and hopefully with all the other people in my class, I'm hoping that we can all help lead the rest of the team into even greater things next season.
Awesome. Joe, you were given all Summit League honors for your second place performance, and I mean, that's just incredible. How do you plan on, it's great to be put in such a class like that. How do you plan on to build on that success for next year?
Well, I mean, this season I spent a lot of time working on the finer details of my stroke, and I plan to continue that next year. One of our assistant coaches, named Tim, is a really strong technique coach, so I'll keep going in with him and keep on working on just everything small that goes into making a race like that happen.
Can you guys describe the what an average week during the season looks like? Because I don't think a lot of people realize how much work is put into swimming, both in the pool and off the pool and dry land.
We work about up to 20 hours per week. Depending on what distance you do, you could lift either between 2 to 3 or 4 lifts per week, and that's usually in the mornings. And then we'll swim in the afternoon unless you have conflicts with class, then you'll swim in the morning. And oftentimes we'll have a little debrief before our swim for about 2 hours. And then more when we get to the end of the season, the practices get shorter so that we can be more rested for our end of the season meet. We call that taper. But yeah, it's a lot of work, but honestly it gives me a lot of structure during the season to balance my schoolwork and my swimming.
It's a really good structure, I can imagine. You got anything to add on to that, Joe?
Not really, just kind of the morning practices are brutal, and I don't think people recognize that as much as they should.
Well, Coach, this next year is going to be your 13th year with this St. Thomas program. Is there anything that you're looking forward to specifically as we go towards the 23-24 season?
You know, this year we had a lot of great movement and growth towards team culture, and I'm really looking forward to building on that and having that continue to move forward. I think our sense of family is so strong, bringing in our new class and having these guys teach them all the special stuff that makes us who we are is really exciting to me. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, you got it. It's obvious you have a team of great leaders and upperclassmen here. So I think these freshmen, when they come in and the recruits in high school, they're going to have no problem choosing St. Thomas as the place to go for their future endeavors. Thank you all so much for coming in today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Be sure to follow along on TommyMedia.com and on social media at Tommy Media for more St. Thomas sports coverage. With Coach Scott Blanchard, Grace Urkiel, and Joe Rudd, I'm Karl Warner. We'll see you next time in The Locker Room.